Welcome to Bio class. Today we will study kingdom Protista. Here it is, the eukaryotic unicellular. We learned that it is eukaryotic but unicellular. Previous it was that prokaryotic unicellular. Unicellular, I think you can understand, it's single celled. So it is single celled organism. This kingdom is having all the members single celled, and they are eukaryotic, means well defined nucleus is there and membrane bounded organelles are there. All the organelles that we are having, that is there. They are primarily aquatic, and one amazing thing is there, that in this group we'll get that some plant like and animal like can be both is combined in one organism also available. Chrysophytes, dinoflagellate, euglenoid, slime molds, protozoans, protista, all these are in this group. So one by one we have to study, and here it is given the little ideas, not very detailed, the little ideas it is there. Now next will come in chrysophytes. So chrysophytes, it is includes the diatom, that golden algae. Golden algae, you can see that here it is the golden algae, here the diatom. Diatoms, they are having this type of structure. They are found in the both in fresh water and the marine and the fresh water, both they are available. They are photosynthetic, and they are having their own peculiar type of cell wall. This cell wall, suppose I think you have seen the soap case, how it looks like, the soap case. This is one, and the lead one is there over it. See that it means that in these areas there are a double cell wall. It means one above another one. This type of cases, like soap box, here it is there. The soap box, it is there. The cell wall is embedded with the silica. That's the wall. It is a tough structure. Okay, if we can see these are in the diagrams. Look at here. If we look at here, this is the diatom. Diatom, it is I think you can see the photograph, how it looks like, and here another one also. Chryso means gold. So here you can see that the gold color of it, and it is a cell wall contains that silica. So billion years the deposit of that cell wall, it forms one structure, that diatomous art, that it is referred to diatomous art. It is used to some other, the polishing, here does it filtrations, all this. Diatoms are cheap producers, that you have to remember. The cheap producer in the ocean. In the ocean, the diatom, it is the producer. It means that it is the main that can do the photosynthesis. Okay, so that is about diatom. Here in this book, you have to whatever that written, that is in your syllabus. One thing I am reminding you, that class 11 student, please follow NCERT book. Do not follow any other kind of book now, because here everything instruction is there. Maybe chrysophytes, euglenophytes are there, and in any other book may be given in 4 or 5 pages, very long, but it is in the syllabus. This much is there that you have to understand. And first you have to learn this, the basic part of it. All right. Next one is dinoflagellate. This organism mostly marine photosynthetic. They are appearing several different colors, yellow, green, brown. You can see here the one photograph I pasted. You can see that all different type of colors they are having. Uh, their sail wall is a typical type, the plates. You can see here here the cellulose plates. Here it is shown that the four here arranged, and they are having, most of their here having the biflagellate, I mean two flagella. You can see here here it is indicated this flagella. The one lies longitudinally, another transverse. So two different direction, this flagella, it moves, it beats. So out of the various species that read dinoflagellates, Goniolux, it has a very toxic one. It releases the hydroxysaxitoxin, which is polyether type of toxin, and its effect that shellfish, it paralyzes the animal and the fishes also. So this toxins released and it may kill. Okay, you can see here that these are the dinoflagellates. Here it is, not real picture, but here you can see that the vibrant colors they are having. So that is about dinoflagellates. Next is euglonoid. They are found in stagnant water. Instead of the sail wall, they are not having sail wall, they are protein rich layer, the pellicle. Here is the first animal like a character they are having. But on the other side they are photosynthetic, and you can see that here the plastids are available. The presence of sunlight, when they are getting the sunlight they can do the photosynthesis, when they are not getting, they are actually like the heterotroph. So this is very interesting that one animals having the both the plant like and animal like characteristics. Here if we can see this one in the enlarged view, you can see these are the plastids. They are biflagellate. Here this is the one is long and another is very short one. This outer surface is like animal. Pellicle is there, the thin membrane, so it is flexible. Here the nucleus, and here it is. So this is euglonoid. Next we can see that slime molds. Next is slime molds. Slime molds here saprophytic protist. Here is another peculiar. The body moves along the decaying twig leaves and the decaying vegetables that we are getting, the aggregation. Remember that they don't have chlorophyll. The plasma, I mean cell wall, they are not having. When they form the spore, they are that is having the cell wall. The life cycle, in their life cycle, they can show the amoeboid, structure. They are found in aggregation. Here you can see that the Plasmodium. Do not confuse that the Plasmodium vivax, which is malaria parasite, but everything is same. Plasmodium here is aggregation. Here I can show you here. This is the aggregation. Plasmodiums of it. And during unfavorable condition that it differentiate into the footing bodies. Here it is. It forms this type of spore in the sporangium. This sporangium it is a sailed. Um, uh, okay, and here the spores will come out. The sexual, asexual, both type of reproduction is possible in this. And they produce spores within the sporangia. All these characteristics they are having. Okay, so here another one, you can see this. This the slime molds. Okay, so next part we can go that protozoans. So protozoans are heterotroph. They are as a predator parasites. They are having a few groups. I mean, here the four major groups according to their locomotory organ, locomotory organ that we have divided. So here we can see that the amoeboid protozoans. Next, amoeboid protozoan. They are having pseudopodia, their locomotory organ. Here you can see this one. Here the pseudopodia. Pseudopodia, you can see that the false fate. Here the amoeba. They can change its structure anytime. So second one is flagellated protozoan, that they are having the flagella. You know that this organisms is trypanosoma having the long flagella. So here locomotory organ is flagella. Disease causing this almost all are sleeping sickness, that the trypanosoma. Third one is ciliated, that having the cilia all over the body. Here we have one diagram that you can see this. If we see this one, that here's the mouth gullet, here the contractile vacuole and the cilia all over the body. So here locomotory organ is cilia. Okay. Next is sporozoans. Sporozoans, they are having include that spore, like they don't have locomotory organ. They are completely parasite. Mammalian parasites is there. They looks like this type of. They also change its shape. So the sporozoans, they are no need of the locomotory organ. And they are endoparasite and Malarian parasite Plasmodium. This is one of the example. Okay, next day we'll do that kingdom fungi. You have to study this part. Thank you.